landscapes bound bare, and I don't know, I feel like I'm getting weaker now, but I still want to strengthen the hopeless somehow. And you, the judges, you have something to say. You might put your hearts on the page every day. Their heads a seasoned melting pot of ideas, but in a twist of fate, still waiting for the right ears. Because the spoken word is a broken word, unless it's heard. And I don't know, I just don't think I can rest my head. And what about all those people who are on their deathbeds? Thoughts racing of a life and demise. Each thought, each tear free of any inhibition or disguise. What about the student with the baby at home? Spend it all on food so she can't keep a phone. What about the teacher with all his students failing? His deadlines are set, but his hope is fishtailing. And what about those seeing the world through brain-damaged eyes? Hope also scarred, no comfort in lies. And I just want the world to lose the tunnel vision. Because any sort of silence is as good as submission. And you know what? Spoken word ain't broken word. You heard? One starts. I'm like, no, I started. No. Seriously. I'm gonna boo you.
Check out some Amira Baraka.
Notice how there was a mention of me in this poem.
Yes, if you guys can give me a name.
I'm famous.
Name my favorite five. You just got one of them. Amira Baraka, A-M-I-R-I. Last name, Baraka, B-A-R-A-K-A. One of the best. Our next poet, Carla Stillwell.
Hello, everyone. I need this. Ready? Okay, my piece is I'm Carly Stillwell, and this is My Heaven at Night. Blessing in disguise, we ride through the night, burning the paper, feeling so right. Mere smiles become so much more, clutching your soul down to its core. Dreaming and influencing, having ambition, making the trees dwindle, our only mission. As slowly as the nighttime elapses, the feeling never goes down, never collapses. An infinite kite, this is my heaven at night.
The poem's about to fuck away.
Our judges tally up. Our next poet, Sunjun Kim.
Dude, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Okay, the name of my poem is A Soldier's Return Home. Across a vast land of farming, through a plain of summer, a soldier returns home, a family awaits. A soldier wounded by war, a family haunted by anxiety. A celebration of joy for the family, a celebration of victory for the Allies. Gladness fills the family, yet sorrow lingers in the soldier. He endured the destruction, but his friends did not.
So check out Easy, easy. Soon check out Arthur Rimbaud. Last name Rimbaud. Our next poet. Emily Colalius. Sorry about that.
Okay, my poem is called Ode to the Cure. Cancer affects everyone's life when you least expect it. Young or old, it has no preference. Young or old cannot escape the wrath of cancer's deadly fate. Just when you think life is good, cancer comes along and covers us like a hood. Each year, thousands of people pass away, but their loving memories will always stay. In our hearts, forevermore, let's hope one day we find the cure.
Judges tally up. Our next poet, Joshua Campbell.
Okay,
my poem is called To My Dear and Loving Best Friend. If two were ever best friends, then surely we. If a man was ever loved by a best friend, then me. If every girl was happy with my bestie and number one man, compare your best friend to mine if you think you can. I cherish that friendship more than my life alone, or all the nice smelling perfumes and colognes. My love is so high that no one can reach, nor can anyone share our love, except the one most preached. That friendship is so great, it can never be shared with another. This is the greatest reward, like the love from a mother. While we're alive, let our friendship and love prevail. When it's our time to pass, that friendship and love will still last.
Let our judges tally up. Let's have a couple more. Our next poet, Cara Tavares.
Woo!
Cara Tavares. I want to make sure our judges are ready.
Hey y'all.
Hey.
They ready? Okay. I'm Cara Tavares, and I'm in a church's corpse. I'm cemented in this demented facade, reaching askew for some invented nuance to influence my underground, too-late found assurances. Dressed for a well-worn war on lore, gore, and barren edition traditions, I envy your revisions to this lasting remission. My shuttle plank ceiling is wheeling revisions from some higher-ranked god's facade. Hoping for commissions to upslate the traditions of repetition and a nuance of omission, we're rallied against this drunken war. So take my hand before any more found to be bound to the rounds of escapism left unfound. Bring back these confessions of remission to submission, and I can't fight it anymore. Too many-sided war. Don't know what we're looking for in this horror of a facade. We won't escape this place of forgotten nuances. It's too late to trace traditional insurances with an abating taste for tradition and renditions of partition where God was once found. Around the bases devoted to some standard nuance, asking again and again for spackled remission from these intuitive religions, caught in a facade, remembered by its enamored laud, by its scathing wars on the poor, too sure of the glory of war and certain of victory against conventional traditions. I can't stand to encourage a determined facade, prodding along indomitable lines bound soundly ground into the kind of gritty remission typically reserved for some witty nuance, or carved into a barbed wire strung nuance to mention the thicker thoughts of war. brought and bought into this game of remission toward redefining the deeper lines of traditions sought after but never found in that ever-pounding facade. This is the broad facade playing God's nuance and baiting the found to a bloody war with no traditions, but deficit remission.
Cara, you angry. Cara, you got some anger issues.
Car ready to fight somebody.
You got some anger issues. You need to take care of that. I don't know what your problem is. You need to-
Did our judges tally up? Sure, it's a name you know, Carr. C.S. Lewis.
Oh, C.S. Lewis?
Yeah. Up next, Shannon Fitzgerald. She's sick? A miracle. Let's hear it for Shannon Fitzgerald.
The name of my poem is Lies. The name of my poem is Lies. Falsehoods, fibs, planned out and ad-libbed. It's not good, not fair, not right, what you're doing in plain sight. Maybe it's to ease things, to calm down a fight, but even white lies can tally up in that blacklist. Worse than a fist, they hurt in ways unseen. Do you see how unkind you've been? With your lies and tricks, causing wounds that you can't fix. How long until it finally clicks? Why do you lie? How can you know that things will turn out? How can you know how things will turn out until you try? Please, just stop lying.
Did I miss any poets? Let's hear it for LaQuisha Hunter. When you ready?
Okay. My poem is called Why. Why did this happen? She was young but old enough to know what was happening to her. Why? She shows no emotion to her pain but knows it's killing her inside. Why? She walks around with her head held high because she knows one day her troubles will go away. Why? When she closes her eyes, she knows that this battle isn't hers. Why? She's hurting but no one knows why. She cries but it never shows why. She yells but no one can hear her. Why? The people you trust always hurt you. Why? She smiles but behind that smile is a young girl in pain, but no one knows why. Why did this happen? Only God knows why. Why did this little girl have to be me?
Let our judges tally up. I think we have another one right over here, right? What's your name? Okay, gonna hold on for Raymar. Is it Raymar? Gonna hold on. Thank you for being respectful to the mic. That center table in the back of the room. Just a second, we're gonna have our last poet. How long have they been doing poetry slams specifically? No, more than that. Like in the early 90s at the Mill in Chicago was one of the original sites. Oh, Hillsborough County. Oh. Yeah, I think like the last 6 or 7 years. Okay. Our last poet.
I love you. Me too, Raymond.
My name is Raymar Smith, and the name of my poem is called Raymar's Room. A little nervous, so bear with me. Welcome to the desert. This is my oasis. I'm a bird with no feathers, and this is just my spaceship. Let's balance it together. Homie, know your stasis. Go inside with the weather, but don't go below the bases. Mine is internal, but I never been verbal. The heat is so hot that it's never been thermal. I provide my own words. I provide my own truth because it's too debated. And I show myself my own light to stay illuminated. I knew you made it. That's why I work at it. And now I'm a work addict. 4 times the distance. You remain static because, of course, I'm the friction. Of course, I'm the resistant that converts positive to negative. And now you got sedative, so you better give. I take a deep breath, and then I exhale. And now I'm feeling like a ship, that's why I set sail. My regrets fail, that's why I exhale. And you can just tell that I'm terrified. My mind is soaring through the clouds, but I never flied. And I never lied, except for just now. You're getting expelled, so get your stuff out. And you can just doubt, like you need proof. You're just a resource, but I don't need you. All I need is my monetary funding. Anything you say has gotta be redundant.
I love you, Raymond.
What a great coincidence that was that's our last poet, right? A good friend of the last poet is the name I'm going to give you. Write down Gil Scott Heron. That's Gil. The last name is Scott hyphen dash Heron, Heron. One of the best. So they're going to put together the scores. And we're going to see who the top 3, 2. It's different at each school. Okay, we're going to do the winner. Going to do the winner. We have a certificate for the winner. You're all winners in my eyes.
Everyone's a winner.
In just a second, we're going to have all the scores tallied up, and we're going to announce the winner. Ladies and gentlemen, pay attention. I'm pretty sure the date is January 20th. My man in the center in the back, pay attention. You've been disruptive this entire time I've been here. I don't know who you are with the curly hair. The entire time. Look up here at me.
All right, give us a minute. We're going to do calculation